Emily here. Thank you so much for joining me for this full-length Pilates mat squishy ball class. My squishy ball is 2/3 of the way inflated. I will be working with it under my sacrum with my feet and straps. Option to not have the ball under your sacrum, but I don't want it too full. I don't want to fall off, especially off of my reformer. So, and plus if it's too big, it pops out from between various body parts and goes flying off. But I have my double loops on today because we're doing some sideline work where we're switching directly from feet and straps to hand and straps. And I have my footwork springs on. Personally, I use for my heavier springs. Please feel free to use whatever you're comfortable with. I do not work in half springs, so if you have any questions on springs that are half springs, I will not have the answers for that. I only work in whole springs. So please feel free to modify the spring tension based on what you're interested in using for spring tension, but we're going to come onto our sides, onto our backs. My headrest is up. I'm going to place the ball on my sternum 12 fiber bra strap. My elbows are close to my side. No big whoop on what you're doing with your feet for just a second. I'm just going to find a nice neutral spine, a nice flat sacrum, the tiny lift in the back of my hips to my 12th rib. My ribs are sinking into the mat. My shoulder blades are nice and flat and wide. I have a soft collarbone and sternum. My belly button's dropping to my spine, and I'm hollowing out from hip to hip. The center, now let's talk about our feet. The center of my heels are pressing into the foot bar. I've engaged my glutes, my hamstrings, my inner thighs, so my legs aren't flopping out to the side. We're going to be working mostly on our heels for footwork today. I'm going to gently press the ball between the meaty parts of my palms. I don't need to try to pop the ball here, guys. This is just a gentle press to try to engage under the arms and help wrap the wrists. I'm going to hover the ball off my sternum 12th rib in a hug a tree arm position. We don't have to straighten it up, right? We want to leave our shoulder blades nice and flat and wide. So we're going to inhale to press the carriage away from the bumper, straightening all the way up, feeling the wrap from the inside of my knee to the outside of the hip on that thigh muscle, and resist the carriage back in and press it away. While I'm here, I want to make sure that I'm keeping my sacrum nice and flat against the carriage as I move. Feel the wrap of the ribs while you gently squeeze the ball, just a gentle, tiny squeeze, guys. We're not really going after it yet. We shouldn't feel it in our neck. If you feel it in your neck, try dropping the ball a little bit further over your sternum, because you might have brought the ball up over your nose a little bit more. Good. Make sure that your knees are tracking over your big toes here. We don't want to compromise the knee position. Now, swivel your legs so that they're all parallel and everything's squeezing together in the center. Squeeze those glutes to press the carriage away and come back in. If you're starting to feel it a little bit in your shins, go ahead and release the flex slightly. Keep breathing. If you're exhaling as you press out, that's totally fine. Just make sure that you're not breathing, that you're still breathing, that you're not breathing. Here's 8. Pause at the top to really lengthen the spine, lengthen the body. 1 more. All right, turn back out to Pilates feet and slide the heels to the outside of the foot bar. We're still giving a gentle squeeze on the ball. We're not really changing our arm position, just a gentle warm up for the underneath the arms and backs of the body as well. Wrap of the ribs. Feel as if you're tightening a corset. We're still tracking our knees over our big toe, guys, so our toes shouldn't be out further than our knees or vice versa. Good. Think of narrowing the sits bones or narrowing the pelvis at the top of the press. And here's 9 and 10. Now come back in. We're going to slide our legs back to center and parallel, but we're going to be on the balls of our feet. The majority of our weight's going to be between the big toe and the second toe, and we're going to be in a force arch, demi-point, Vegas high heel showgirl position, as high as you can go and maintain, and press it out on the inhale, and exhale back in. Guys, we can still find the wrap from the inside of the knee to the outside of the hip, but try not to turn out your feet at the top. We want to work as parallel as possible. Here's 5. This is the heaviest the spring tension will be in footwork today. Make sure that you're keeping a nice heavy sacrum and not arching your back. Stay out of the top. Now we're going to lower both heels under for 1, 2, 3, and lift. 1, 2, 3, and lower. 2, 3. Sorry, eyebrow itch. Lift. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 2, 3. Squeeze the glutes. Lift. 2, 3. Let's add arms. Lower the arms, lower the legs. Lift the arms, lift the legs. Lower the arms, lower the legs. Lift. Here's 3. We're going to 5 with the arms. 4. And 5. Now, lower the ball down to your belly button. Pull the belly button away from the ball though. Now, lower the left heel under, right knee over the footboard and lift. And right heel under, left knee over and switch. 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 Good. Switch. 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 Keep going. 8, 9, and 10. Now, lower both heels under, micro bend the knees, and very slowly, without arching in the back or tucking the tail, come into the bumper. Roll on your side, come up to sitting, place the ball in your headrest. We are going to change over to 1 red spring. If you have shoulder problems, but you want to use the red spring for the leg work, you will change over to a blue spring for the arm work. So we're going to come onto our sides. I'm going to take my bottom leg and place it on the frame of the foot bar. I'm going to press out, leave my foot on the bottom frame, find the straps. I'm going to place the top strap or the foot strap on my top foot. Now I can leave my leg nice and long, or I can bend it if that's too much for my inner thigh. Either way, we're going to adjust where we need to. We want to be in a sideline position just like for mat. So we want to engage our side closest to the mat and give a little lift in those abs. We don't want to be arching up, but we don't want to be sinking down in. We want to stack our hip over hip, our shoulder over shoulder. Now from there, I'm going to flex my top foot. I'm going to bend my leg to a 90-degree position and then press through my heel to stack my legs on top of each other. I have a straight line from the tip top of my head up through my toes. It takes a lot of work to maintain this position. Here's 4. Our heel should be under our knee. Go ahead and make sure that's happening for you. Good. Here's 6. My hand is on my shoulder block. I find it's easier to maintain my position and stay out of the way of the strap. 1 more. Now, keep the leg straight, point it. Now, bring the foot forward and squeeze the glutes and hamstring to pull the leg back. And forward, you don't have to come to bring the leg to a full 90-degree position in front of you. If you can, that's great. If it's too much, come at less of a degree. Don't tuck, but use your abs to pull those legs back and wrap the ribs. Imagine your leg extends all the way up to underneath your ribs. Here's 9. And here's 10. Now, keeping the legs parallel, we're going to do 5 medium circles in each direction. I'm going up and forward first. 1. Whichever way you go is fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now turn both feet out, flex the top foot, pull that top leg into a cowgirl position at 90 degrees, and press through the heel and turn out. And pull and press. Good. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you're not sinking into the side. Make sure shoulders and hips are stacked. Good. Just a few more. One more. Now point the foot, now lift it up to the ceiling and squeeze those inner thighs a little lower. Guys, here especially, make sure that you're not sinking into that side when you lift the leg, because you want to lift it higher. Lift it as high as you can without compromising your body position. Really still turn it out. I'm starting to feel it heavily in my outer glute or my outer hip. Two more. Now, with our foot in a turn-up position, we're going to do 5 medium circles in each direction. Whichever way you want to go first, but here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the bottom leg in first to a 90-degree position. Bend the top leg in. Take the top strap off. Carefully come into grab the foot bar with your toes. Carefully come in. Whatever you need to do to adjust, find the hand strap with your top arm. For me, that's my right arm. I'm going to bend my arm back. I'm going to bend my arm and bring my bicep in to tuck it into my ribs. But I'm not going to sink into my side closest to the mat. I'm going to bring my arm to a 90-degree position. This is my starting and ending position. And I'm going to press my arm to straight and bend to 90. On the arms, we're doing 5 of each. I feel like for arms, red can be a lot. So just 5, guys, okay? Now stop there. Extend the arm out from your sternum 12th rib. Not all the way up to shoulder height, just sternum 12th rib height. Squeeze under the arm and pull back over triceps. And pull. If you can't make it up to your sternum 12th rib, don't worry. Here's 4. Don't worry about arm circles. We're going to bend the arm again, bend it in all the way, but then we're going to rotate to bring the arm open slightly. Don't bend your body back so that your arm is facing right front. Keep your shoulders facing the front and rotate slightly. Now bring your arm to a 90-degree position. Put more weight in your pinky blade edge and drive your pinky blade edge down to your hip and lift for 5. And drive down and lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, from the sternum 12th rib, straighten your arm up. Pinky blade edge first, pull it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, flip your palm, bring it forward out of your sternum 12th rib. Now, pull back, rotate your arm to bring it up and forward, and pull back, and lift to a T, and forward, and pull back. Here's 3, and 4, and 5, and now we'll reverse. Pinky blade edge goes down to the hip, flip your palm as you bring your hand forward, and up to a T and pull. 2, 3, 4, woo, and 5. Now, carefully bring the carriage into the bumper. Take the strap in the opposite hand. Come onto your back. Lift your legs up and place the ball above your ankle on your shin bone area, but between your shins, right? I'm going to find my hand strap with the other hand. I'm going to pull the straps over my sternum 12th rib. I keep mine a little shorter. I'm going to inhale, exhale, and curl up, and lower, and curl up, and lower. Let's do 5. Here's 4. And on 5, let's extend our legs. And now we're going to do the 100. We're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. The trick to doing hundreds with the ball is you want the perfect squeeze. You don't want to squeeze it so hard that the ball goes flying off, but you want to squeeze it just enough to be able to maintain it. Also, one of our sides is always stronger than the other one, so you want to make sure that you don't overpower the ball. That being said, I'm pumping from my shoulders. My fingers are reaching long for the foot bar. I'm going to lower my feet an inch. I don't want to crunch my chin to the chest. I want to imagine I have an egg between my chin and my chest, and I'm holding it gently there. Squeeze your glutes. As you exhale, drop the belly to the spine. Draw the ribs closer together so they aren't flaring. I lost count. So, and we're done. Now, rest your head, neck, and shoulders, and float your feet to the ceiling. Hover your arms off the mat. Reach them long. Nice wide collarbones. Keep a nice neutral spine. Lower the feet down to working level. Pull them into tabletop and extend them to the ceiling. Now lower down to working level. Pull to tabletop and extend. We're going to do 3 more like this. And here's 4. Squeeze under the arms to pull the shoulders away. Really draw the belly button up and in to stabilize that sacrum. Now bend the legs to tabletop, extend to working level, and float them up. And bend, extend, and float. 3 more. Tabletop, working level, ceiling, tabletop, working level, ceiling. 1 more. Now float the arms up. Bend the knees in, find the foot bar. Go ahead and peg those straps. We have to do our arms and legs on the other side. Legs first, arms second. So, go ahead and place the ball in your headrest. Go ahead and come down onto your side. Place the bottom foot on the stabilizing aspect or the leg of the foot bar. Put your top foot on the top. Go ahead and line up your body real fast. Take the strap in your top hand. For me, that's my left hand. I'm going to put my left foot in. From there, I'm going to extend my bottom leg and use my inner thigh to lift up my leg so it doesn't scrape across the standing platform. And I'm going to make sure that I'm not sinking into my side and I have a nice lift out of my side. From there, I'm going to bend my top leg to that 90-degree bend and press through my heel. I'm going to bring my flexed foot into a 90-degree position with the leg and press. Or exhale as you pull and inhale to press. Guys, this is hard enough without me dictating how you breathe. You go ahead and decide, but please breathe. Good. Stay out. Point your foot now in parallel. Bring your foot forward and use your hamstrings and glutes to pull it back. Make sure that your shoulders and hips are stacked. You're drawing your ribs together. You're pulling the shoulders away from the ears. Here's 3. And 4. And 5. Here's 6. Keep breathing. The second side's always harder, guys. I know I say that every class, but it's true. And it's nice to know that someone else feels like you do. All right, 1 more. Now keeping the foot in parallel, the feet both in parallel, we're gonna do 5 medium circles. Here's 1. In each direction, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and reverse. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn both feet out to Pilates feet. Pull that leg into the cowgirl 90-degree position. With a flex foot, press through the heel and press the foot away. And pull it into cowgirl and press. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep breathing. Make sure you're still engaged in the inner thigh on the right leg or the bottom leg. Now point both feet and lift that leg up to the ceiling and pull it down those inner thighs. Here's 1. Lift up out of your side closest to the mat. Ooh. Here's 4. My bottom arm's hurting because we worked it so hard. Here's 5. Squeeze up to your shoulder. 8. Here's 9. And 10. Now leaving that foot turned out, 5 medium circles in each direction. 5, 4, turn it out more. 3, 2, lead with the heel, show the heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten that top leg, bend the bottom leg in. Slowly bend that top leg. See if you can find the foot bar with the bottom foot. All right, we're gonna bend both legs. We're gonna find that lift in our side closest to the mat. We're going to pull our biceps and our elbows to our ribs and hips. Bring that top arm to a 90-degree position. Press the hand down to the hip and come back for 5. And press a 90-degree 4. Don't come past the 90 degrees. Palm back. Now extend the arm out of the sternum 12 with the straight arm. Straight arm tricep press pull back 1. We just did the short lever and now it's a long lever time. 2, 3. Don't round that shoulder in as you press. 1 more. Now bend that arm in again and turn it out. Don't turn it out by pressing your body back. Turn it out by rotating that shoulder. Now press it down to the 90-degree position. Pinky blade edge goes first. Straighten that arm and bend it to 90. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now straighten the arm up out of the sternum 12 here, but to the side. Pinky blade edge goes first for 5, 4, shoulder down the back. 3, 2, now 1. Now bring the hand forward, flip the palm down towards the foot bar and press back. Pinky blade edge goes down for, bring it up. Palm down and press back. Pinky blade edge down and up. Here's 3. Here's 4. Shoulder down the whole time, and here's 5. And now we reverse. We draw the pinky blade edge down first. Flip the palm towards the foot bar as you bring it up into the T and pinky blade edge. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Bring it in. Go ahead and peg that strap. Take the ball out from under your head. Come back onto your back again. Place your feet on the foot bar briefly. Gently scooch away from the shoulder blocks. Lift those legs up to the ceiling. Don't tuck the tail. Ball up. Inhale, exhale to curl up. Let's use scissors and pass the ball behind the outside leg. So left leg will go down. The ball will go to the outside of the right leg and I'll pass it between the legs. And then my left leg will go up, right leg down. Ball will be passed from the outside of the leg. So I'm never passing the ball in between. I'm always passing the ball outside. Don't look away from it either. Let's do 2 more on each side. Ball between the ankles above the ankle bone, right? Rest your head, neck, and shoulders real fast. Place your head in your hands. We're going to interlace our fingers at the base of our skull, the top of our neck. Thumbs long down the neck. Inhale, exhale to curl up. Now flex the feet and lower for 1, 2, 3. Point and lift. Guys, we're still maintaining that gentle squeeze on the ball. 3 more like this, and then we're going to change our feet. 1 more. Flex, and then point, leave them pointed, and bring the feet down to working level and flex and lift. Don't allow your back to arch as you lower and lift. Point and lower, and flex the lift. Squeezing the glutes, squeezing the inner thighs, curl up deeper. 1 more. Go ahead and take the ball out from between your legs. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Go ahead and separate your feet to the width of the foot bar. Without lifting a hip, we're just going to gently sway our legs from side to side. Good job, guys. We're almost done. All right, roll to the side. We're gonna find our boxes. We are going to use our balls between our ankles while we do box work, but if you are not comfortable getting into this position, please don't feel like you have to use the ball. So I'm still using one medium spring, which is one red spring on my machine. I'm going to go ahead and sit down on my box, facing the uprights or the back of my machine. From there, I'm going to place the ball between the ankles. This is where it gets a little iffy. I'm going to swing my legs to one side. From there, I'm not going to go on the edge of the box. I'm going to scooch my hips to the middle, come down to lying, and roll over without falling off. I'm going to scooch up so my sternum 12 rib is at the front of the box. My hands are wide, and I'm pressing into the meaty parts of my palm. My elbows aren't up like this. They're gently lowered. I'm squeezing under the arms. I'm drawing my belly button up and in. I'm drawing my ribs together. I'm squeezing my glutes and inner thighs. From there, I'm not going to lift my chest. I'm just going to press the carriage away on one. And as I come in, I'm going to use a hamstring curl on two. Press away on two, hamstring curl as I come in. And three, I should be tenting my hips to do this. Here's four. And five. From there, I'm going to unfold my legs. We're going to do 5 swans. We're going to press away on one, squeezing under the arms with straight arms. We're going to come in on 2, press away on 3, and come in on 4. We shouldn't be crunching into our low back. We should be drawing the belly button up and in, squeezing the glutes and inner thighs to protect our low back here. 1, 2. If you're feeling it in your low back, draw your belly button up even tighter. If that doesn't work, squeeze your legs even stronger. If that still doesn't work, do not come up as high. Let's do one more. Now, go ahead and come in and bring your feet to a 90-degree bend and flex your feet so that if you were to stand your feet up to the ceiling, you'd get a perfect footprint on the ceiling. Now squeeze your glutes tightly so that you're not tenting your hips, right? We're going to do 5 more presses. We're going to press on one, and as we pull in, when the carriage taps the bumper, we're going to do a frog press with our glutes up. Release that, and back, and in, and frog press. When I say release, we're not releasing the whole squeeze, we're just releasing the lift. So we're still squeezing and engaging. There's 4, and 1 more, and 5. Go ahead and reach back if you're able to and find the ball. Otherwise, go ahead and drop the ball. I'm going to drop the ball in the springs as I carefully come to seat it to the side. We're going to do pulling straps facing the uprights. I am using the ball between my ankles again. If you are uncomfortable with this, please feel free to not use the ball. Also, if you feel that you can't lift the ball above your foot bar, you can try lowering the foot bar if you'd still like to use the ball. Again, I'm going to place the ball between my ankles, and from there I'm going to carefully come onto the box, facing down. Woohoo! I do have to keep my legs engaged here while I do pulling straps 1 and 2 so that the ball doesn't rub against the foot bar and pop out. If it does, no worries, keep going. I'm going to place my straps on my wrists like bracelets. I'm going to choke up, place my hands on the tops of the frame, and slide down slightly so that my knuckles are scraping the side of the reformer. Just like in the swan and arm press position, my belly button's pulled up, my ribs are wrapped. I'm squeezing my glutes gently to float my legs up using my hamstrings and inner thighs. Now from there with straight arms, I'm going to reach my arms down by the side of the reformer as I pull back. If this is good for me and I'm feeling good about it, I can do a slight chest lift, no higher than looking in at the back inside of my reformer. And I'm going to lower my arms, lower my head and shoulders. And do a slight chest lift, showing the inside of the reformer a necklace, if I were wearing one. And pull. Here's 4. 5, we're going to 8. Belly button to spine. Wrap the ribs. Now stay back at the top of this one and bend the elbows in and straighten them. And bend and straighten. One more and we're going to add on. 3. Now bend and hamstring curl and straighten arms, straighten legs. Bend arms, bend legs, straighten arms, straighten legs. 3, 4, and 5, and lower it down. Now don't release the legs, but go ahead and find the loops holding your double loops or your handles. Put your thumb in there like a thumb ring. Wrap your thumb around, palms down like little blades, like little C3PO blades. Now, keeping the palm down the whole time, we're going to pull the pinky blade edge back and lift our chest if we'd like to gently. Come back to a T and pull with those underarms. Belly button to spine, wrapping the ribs, squeezing everything. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, stay back, bend the knees into that frog 90-degree position again with the feet flexed, flip the palms towards your hips, open the arms and squeeze for 1, open and squeeze 2, open and squeeze 3, add on, open and squeeze and press those glutes 1, and press and squeeze, and lift and squeeze, 2 more, and squeeze, extend the legs, extend the arms. You can drop the ball and just allow yourself to bend over the box, getting a little back stretch. I like to rest my head on the headrest. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can come into a child's pose next to the machine. One more nice deep breath. Go ahead and peg your straps. Carefully come off to the side. Oh, look, it went right where I wanted it in my springs. Go ahead and take your box off. Go ahead and collect your squishy ball. We're going to be doing some knee stretch. We're going to have the ball in between our knees for this. It is a little bit wider than it normally is. Sorry, let me catch my breath here. But we do want to keep the inner thigh engagement is what we're really focusing on in this exercise. So I'm going to place both hands on the foot bar, tuck my toes, place them up against the shoulder blocks. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to add 1 light spring for knee stretch series and long stretch series after this. For me personally, that's 1 medium, 1 light, 1 red, 1 blue on my machine. I'm going to place the ball in between my thighs above my knees, gently squeezing the ball. I'm going to sit back, bringing my arms forward. Now I'm going to round up, hovering off of my heels, trying to bring my ears by my biceps. And I'm going to press the carriage way, not losing the round back position. Now I can really press my ears between my biceps here when I press away personally. If you don't need to, that's fine. Here's press and release. It's easier for me to achieve the glute connectivity here with the ball between my knees because I'm already engaging my inner thighs so strongly. Let's do 2 more here. Now just come up to a flat back position. I'm looking in at my springs personally. You might be looking at your shoulder, at your standing platform. Don't look up at yourself in the mirror. It'll break the length in your spine. Don't sway out in your low back. You want to keep a neutral spine here. So for most of us, that means that we're going to have a tiny little tuck, just like we would for plank. Let's do 2 more. And then we're going to move into jackrabbit. So staying here, hover your knees. And now press and come in 1. We're going to speed it up for this one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Look in the mirror, make sure you have a straight line. 7. Now 8, don't come in, but bring your shoulders over your wrists. Long stretch series. Long stretch, press back on 1, pull across on 2. We're going to 6 here. 3, 4, belly button up and in, don't swing out in the low back. Shoulder blades nice and wide, imagine you're pulling apart the foot bar. Now when we come back in on this next one on 6, pike at the hips. Walk your feet forward gently if you need to. Your toes, so your heels are pressing into the shoulder block and your toes are in a high heel position on the carriage. We're going to go into up stretch. My shirt is choking me at this point. Ugh, I'm so hot, sorry guys. So I'm going to squeeze my glutes and press back into the long stretch position. Pull my shoulders across my wrists and pike at the hips to pull the carriage under and bring my biceps by my ears. Now I'm going to press out on 1, pull across on 2, pike on 3. Press out on 1, pull across on 2, pike on 3. So guys, really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. See if you can find a little bit of spinal articulation here. Pull it across and squeeze your glutes to pull up, up, up. Biceps behind ears. You can also find spinal articulation there. Now start from the glutes and press out. Let the spinal articulation travel all the way up to the head. Pull across with a neutral spine and begin to tuck your head first and let the articulation travel up to your tail. Let's do 2 more, I think. Squeeze the glutes and press it out. The articulation will travel from your tail to your head. Pull the carriage in. Now let the articulation travel from your head to your tail. And 1 more, tail to head. Come across and go head to tail. Now keep the carriage in the bumper. Walk your feet in front of the shoulder block. Lift your toes so you're equally weighted behind your big toe, behind your baby toe, and in your heel. Now round up as if you were punched in the stomach. Press the carriage back and oh! As you exhale, round up even deeper. Press and pull. Press and pull. Don't let your heels lift. 4, 5, I like 10 here. 6, especially on the flat back, because it's a nice stretch. Here's 9 and 10. Now find flat back. If you have a hip replacement, please don't do this exercise. Now press back and pull it under. Don't allow your heels to lift. It's more of a sawing motion in the flat back. Take a look in the mirror, make sure that you're in a nice flat back position and not in a round back if you have one. Here's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now from here, we're gonna find down stretch. So begin to walk your heels up the shoulder block and then carefully bring your knees down to the carriage. Scooch back as you need to find your heels against the shoulder blocks, your toes tucked in front of the shoulder block. From there, I'm going to squeeze my glutes and bring my hips forward. I'm going to bring my shoulders over my wrists. If this feels good for me, I'm going to lift just my chest like we talked about in the pulling straps. God, that was, I want to call it neck pull. Just here, so I'm not swaying out like this, right? So I'm right here in a plank position. I'm going to lift my chest just ever so gently so I have a continuous curve from the tip top of my head out through my heels. Now I'm going to press back halfway as far as I normally would because I have the ball. From there I'm going to squeeze my arms under and lift up higher, extending out of the spine. Press back. Now lift up, 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 up. Squeeze the glutes and lift up. The more that you squeeze into the bumper with your underarm, lat muscles, and lift, I really get a shake here from this exercise. Here's 4. Here's 5. I can see myself shaking in the mirror. And here's 6. Now, press your hips back, bring your toes together. Go ahead and take the ball out. Leave it between your knees. Bring your hands up to the foot bar unless you have shoulder issues. And go ahead and rest here. My chest is on the ball. So even if you have shoulder issues, this may be okay for you. If not, bring your hands down to the standing platform. And if you don't like the ball when you're on the standing platform, please remove it. Articulate up, up, up. Come to sitting. We're going to come on to our backs. I'm going to go ahead and drop my headrest now because we're going to drop it in just a minute. And we're going to do some curl up work. I'm going to place the ball in between my hands. Again, I'm gently squeezing it with the heel of my hands, but not so much that that looks like I'm trying to pop the ball, right? One leg up to tabletop, other leg up to tabletop. Inhale, exhale, curl up, reach the ball for your knees. Now extend the legs, extend the arms, and pull. And extend. And pull. And extend. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Don't bring the biceps past your ears. If you have shoulder issues, raise the ball up just to the ceiling. Or if that bothers you, leave it over your knees. Let's do 2 more. I'm coming back to tabletop every time. Now leaving the knees in tabletop, I'm going to extend the left leg and pull. And right leg and pull. Squeeze under the arms a little bit more. Curl it up. Don't crunch the chin to the chest. 6. Don't come past tabletop. It's more of a challenge on the abs, especially if you're used to pulling your legs in. If your head, neck, and shoulders hurt at any time, please feel free to lower them. Now, extend the left leg and rotate the upper body to the right. Don't bring the arms too far to the side because you'll lose that connectivity with the back hip to the carriage and it'll fly off. We don't want that. What we really want is just squeeze the obliques on the side that we're reaching towards. Good, here's 4. Here's 5. And 6. 7. 8. 9. Really crunching on that. Curl up deeper. 1 more to each side. Back to tabletop. Rest the head, neck, and shoulders. Guys, again, go ahead and make sure that your headrest is lowered. We're going to place the ball in between the thighs above the knees. We're going to place the arches on the foot bar. Scooch away from the shoulder block slightly. We're going to do 3 articulation bridges here. Inhale, exhale. Ooh. Imprint the spine, tuck the tail, articulate up. Make sure that you have a straight line from your knees to your hips, and then from your hips to your underarms. Draw the ribs together. Use the glutes to lift your legs, not arching in the back. Inhale, exhale, imprint the spine, tuck the tail, and lift. Really use the hamstrings to drive the knees over the toes to keep the carriage to the bumper. Articulate down. 1 more here. Inhale, exhale, tuck the tail, articulate up. Now articulate down. Take the ball up from between the thighs. We're going to bring our legs to a wide Pilates feet position, just like we did at the beginning of class. If you have osteoporosis, osteopenia, low back problems, or neck problems, please do not do any exercises with the ball under your sacrum. Otherwise, lift the hips and place the ball underneath the sacrum to a neutral position. That means you shouldn't be arching over the ball and you shouldn't be tucking the ball. You should feel a nice neutral style position. That's not the easiest to maintain, but perhaps a little bit more difficult. We want to maintain this position the whole time. You should feel the ball poking out slightly underneath your tailbone, right? I'm going to take my hands and wrap it around the ball for safety. From there, we're going to press the carriage away and come back in. Don't press out so far that you feel your back arch. So you might not be able to straighten your legs all the way. That's fine. Let's do one more. From there, as a test, I'm going to bring both legs to tabletop. I'm going to bring them in tight. Don't imprint your spine yet and tuck, but from here I'm going to tuck and imagine I'm peeling off by drawing my belly button to my spine and trying to lift my knees to my nose without using my upper body. Release back to neutral. Tuck the tail, peel the tail off the ball and pull the knees to the nose. Now come back to neutral. Tuck the tail, peel that spine off, 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 off. It should feel really tight down below. You won't actually peel off the ball. Here's 5. Now, if you're comfortable here, you can most likely put your feet in straps. If you are uncomfortable or do not feel as if you're of the right ability or strength, or this is your first time doing these exercises on the ball, then go ahead and hop off and carefully pull the ball out from under you in a bridge, is what I meant. And then roll to the side and put your spring on one bread. Otherwise, I'm going to keep one hand under the ball at all times while I put my feet in straps. So I'm going to press the carriage straight. I'm going to keep my left hand on the ball as I carefully place my right foot in the strap. I'm going to place my right hand back on the ball, press my right leg straight, keep my right hand on the ball as I bring my left leg up to put it on the strap. Now from there, I'm going to come into a tight frog. I'm going to adjust my ball if I need to, but hopefully not. I'm sad that I did that now. I'm going to hold on to the ball the whole time. I'm not tucking. I'm not arching over the ball. From there, I'm going to press my glutes and inner thighs to straighten my legs and bend. And here's 2. And 3. Really squeeze the inner thighs to the top. Don't drop your legs so far that you arch over the ball, but make it so that it's a challenge. Let's do 2 more. Keep your legs out of the top. Point your feet. We're not going to worry about flexing and pointing right now. If you want to, you can. We're just going to open and close the legs carefully with control. Slow out, slow in. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And open. 2, 3, 4, 5 and close. 2, 3, 4, 5 and open. 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to keep your legs in the same plane the whole time so they shouldn't lift and lower as you open and close them. Make sure that you're not arching or tucking your back right now and that you're in a nice neutral spine. Shoot energy out of your toes just like you would for feet and springs on the Cadillac or tower. And here's 9. And 1 more. Now staying here, we're going to lift our legs up. Make sure that they are going straight up to the ceiling, perpendicular with the floor, not parallel with your body because that would be way over. And now squeeze your glute and hamstrings to pull the legs down and float them back up so they're post sticking straight up into the ceiling. This will help to keep you from tucking. Make sure that you're not arching. Again, guys, since we're on the squishy ball, we are moving very slowly for safety and for body purposes. We don't want to hurt our bodies by arching and swinging our legs around. So especially if you lower down to the red spring, be very careful, right? After these next 2, we're going to do double leg circles. When we do that, our starting and ending place is going to be straight up to the ceiling, not over our nose in a weird tuck position. So we're going to start here, open wide, squeeze our legs down, and bring them straight up to the ceiling. We're going to do 5 in each direction. That seems to be my favorite leg circle number today. Let's do 2 more. Here's 4. And here's 5. And now we're gonna reverse. Oh gosh, I went up too high. See, don't swing your legs up, don't use momentum. We're gonna go down, open, and then bring them straight up to a post. So we're only going to go down as far as to where we'll bring them straight up to a post, right? We don't want to circle them around and get a weird tuck. Lots of hamstring here. Now bring the legs into a really tight little frog, tuck up slightly, and pull the ball out from under your tail. Now come to a parallel position, place the ball above the ankle, between the calves. We're going to do spine stretch in parallel today. Not my favorite position, but it's nice to try different things, right? So I'm going to press out to working level. I'm going to pike my hips, tuck my tail, articulate up. Now I'm going to bend my knees over my, I hate to call it over the shoulder block, so this is not frog, but roughly over the shoulder block. From there, I'm going to leave my feet where they are in space. So as I articulate down to the mat, my legs are going to straighten, and I'm going to find a hamstring stretch. Now hamstring, curl your heels down to your glutes as you lower your tail. Press out on 1, pike on 2, articulate up on 3, bend on 4, leave your feet where they are again. Find that hamstring stretch. We're using the spine stretch as a hamstring stretch. So as I hamstring curl, my tail lowers. 3 more. And pike and lift. And bend it in. And articulate down. For a hamstring stretch, hamstring curl, tail goes down. 2 more. And lift. And bend it in. And articulate down for a hamstring stretch. Hamstring curl. 1 more. Keep that tail nice and high until you begin to articulate. Now hamstring curl, take the ball out, place it by the side. I'm going to take my left foot out first, find the foot bar, straighten that left leg as I pike the strap, take my right strap, find the foot bar of my right foot, carefully bring the carriage into the bumper. I'm going to roll over and come up to sitting up tall. From there, I'm going to separate my feet. They're going to be wider than hip distance apart. I'm sitting on the very edge of the reformer. I'm going to inhale my arms up nice and high. Dive down. Bring your hands between your feet. Now bring your hands to the outside of your feet. Round over, looking at the frame of your reformer. And breathe into your back here. Magic numbers today. And that's how many nice deep breaths we'll take. One more nice deep breath. Now, unlace your fingers, articulate up, up, up. Inhale at the top and exhale for a nice stretch. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions or need any modifications, please feel free to reach out, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.